still so clean.
There, so clean, just there, so clean, can't wait with it, so clean, just there, so clean, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it.
Welcome everybody.
So clean, can't wait with it, so clean, just there, so clean, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it. So clean, just there, so clean, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it. So clean, just there, so clean. You gotta can't wait with it, just move your body, move your shoulders from the right, then to the left. You gotta step from the front, then to the back. Get off the chain with it, don't know how to act. You gotta can't wait with it, Tampa, Florida, y'all. Yeah, we off the chain with it, and we love the bar. Down deuce to the west, then roll the spot. Studio excess are just riding, dog. This me, the missus, and I'm turning, dog. At peace with myself, just smoking, dog. This me, what the fuck, hell wrong with y'all? This me, don't you see me riding, dog? Now I can't wait with it, just move your body. Get off the chain with it, don't know how to act. Now y'all know, can't wait, now do the dance. Get off the chain with it, now here's your chance. I can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it. So clean, just there, so clean, can't wait with it. Can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it. So clean, just there, so clean, can't wait with it. 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 So clean, just there, so clean. Can't wait with it. Can't wait with it. Can't wait with it. Can't wait with it. So clean, just there, so clean. Can't wait with it. Bye, right, left, front, bye. Wait with it. I wait with it. Y'all chain with it. Ball, West, Paul, SS, dog, the missus, dog, with myself, dog, what the fuck, y'all, don't you see, dog, wait with it, bye, chain with it, I can't wait, dance, chain with it, chance to can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, so clean, just there, so clean, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, so clean, just there, so clean, can't wait with it,
Go girl. Hey.
can't wait with it, can't wait with it, so clean, just there, so clean, can't wait with it, so clean, just there, so clean. You gotta can't wait with it, just move your body, move your shoulders from the right, then to the left. You gotta step from the front, then to the back. Get off the chain with it, don't know how to act. You gotta can't wait with it, Tampa, Florida, y'all. Yeah, we off the chain with it, and we love the bar. Down deuce to the west, then roll the spot. Studio excess are just riding, dog. This me, the missus, and I'm turning, dog. At peace with myself, just smoking, dog. This me, what the fuck, hell wrong with y'all? This me, don't you see me riding, dog? Now I can't wait with it, just move your body. Get off the chain with it, don't know how to act. Now y'all know, can't wait, now do the dance. Get off the chain with it, now here's your chance. I can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it. There, so clean, just there, so clean. Can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it. There, so clean, just there, so clean. Can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it. There, so clean, just there, so clean. Can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it, can't wait with it. There, so clean, just there, so clean. Can't wait with it, so clean, just there, so clean. Can't wait with it, so clean, just there, so clean. Can't wait with it, can't wait with it,
Back in it.
Can't wait with it. So clean, just stare. So clean, can't wait with it. So clean, just stare. So clean, can't wait with it. So clean, just stare.
Wow. A lot of shit changed in 20 years.
Hey. What's up, guys? What's up? This is Jay Kentron coming to you guys live on this beautiful Saturday. It is a wonderful Saturday. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. It is Saturday, September 24th, 2022, guys. Right now it is 4:06 p.m. and you can't whine with it, honey. I hope you guys like my little montage from Soul Train, the Soul Train dancers. I thought I'd switch it up a little bit coming in. But nevertheless, I am here today to give you guys some content. That's right, folks, some content. Okay? I'm going to talk a little bit about Bone Thugs and Harmony, of course. That's my favorite group, and we're definitely going to cover them. We're going to talk a special interest piece that I've seen floating around on YouTube the past couple of days, preferably all day yesterday and today. Okay. So we're going to cover those things. And then, of course, we got something at the end special for the ladies. So you guys stay tuned, okay? And I got my little music playing in the background so that you guys won't hear the kids outside playing the little dog that's out there right now. Okay? So, on episode 3 of Loose Talk with Jade, going off mute. Let's see where we're going to start. Let's start with the Bone news. Let's wish LazyBone a happy belated birthday. His birthday was on yesterday, as a matter of fact. He turned 48 years old on yesterday. So I'd like to give a wonderful happy belated birthday to LazyBone. Okay? LazyBone. Secondly, let's get into what we really came to see, right? Bizzy Bone. And we're going to talk about, we're going to insert KrayzieBone in this situation as well, because they're always the two that's really trending besides Flesh and Bone and LazyBone. You know, this past week, or last week rather, they buried their mom. So they were definitely in the news. But they're always, all the guys are always in the news, but it's always Bizzy and KrayzieBone who's always trending a little bit more than the other guys. Okay? So as it goes, Bizzy Bone did a live the other night, Thursday night, and I happened to be in that live, as a matter of fact, and interacted a little bit with him and some of the other people in the chat. Okay? Usually I'll catch him on Instagram, but he told everybody on Instagram to come over to YouTube because he hadn't been on Jam TV, which is his YouTube channel, Jam TV, capital JAM TV. He hadn't been over here in a while because he also buried his mom and had been off the grid for a while, and hadn't been on Jam TV. So nevertheless, he sent all of his subscribers over to YouTube. Okay. So he went live and he pretty much talked about the line in his album that he made about Bone touring, right? And you know, of course, when the media heard this, they went in a frenzy. Okay. They went in a frenzy, and even myself, I was speculating, like, what is Bizzy Bone trying to do? You know, what is he doing? Is he trying to pull a Michael Jackson move at the Victory Tour? You know what I'm saying? Because I think I said that in the last video that I made. And so he had gone live, and By the way, this is his album cover to his latest creation, I'm Bizzy. BizzyBone, and he's working with his two sons on this album. So you guys check that out. It's on all streaming platforms, iTunes, Apple, you name it, it's out there. Okay. If you're interested in Bizzy, please pick it up. But he went live the other night, and of course, you know, he had to clean up the little mess that he made verbally, the little verbal mess that he made, right? So he had made the comment on the album that the line in the album about Bone touring. What is it that why is Bone touring without Bizzy or something to that effect, right? So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys, and I'm gonna let you see and hear how he, like a cat with 9 lives, danced out of this one. Okay, I just love Cousin Bizzy. He's always into something. I'm going to share this. Okay. I'm going to share this screen so you guys can hear it firsthand on what Mr. BizzyBone had to say. Okay. And make sure the volume's up. All right. Let's hear what the man had to say.
You know, these blogs coming with Bone's farewell tour. Like, what the fuck? Who said that?
You.
They like you said it. No, bitch, no, I didn't. I'm on the phone like, you need to retract that. So I knew it through the homies for a loop. You know what I mean? But me, I'm just, you know what I'm doing is I'm back with the thugs, so I'm popping my shit. I'm letting motherfuckers know, you know what I'm saying, ahead of time. You dig? Like, why the fuck is Bone Thugs doing a show without Bizzy?
That's the line.
When I wrote that shit, I already had the first show in November set up, and we talking about doing an entire tour together. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna cross promote, make sure I drop the record, which will be dope, and say that, and then make the announcement for the tour.
Marketing.
That was my plan like 7 months ago. Or I say about maybe 3.5 months ago when I found out I was doing the Ontario show. So, you know, everything that I was doing and everything that I am doing is like a build up to come back. And you know me, I market, I promote, whether it's verses or whatever it is, I stay on that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just what I do. So here come TNZ. Here come Hip Hop DX. Here come this one. Here come that one. Here come this one. To misconstrue what I'm saying, to just, you know, anything to get. And I'm like, you know, I get what media do. Let media do
what media
do. Let them do what the fuck they do. That's their job. Mm-hmm. Bone Thugs, last farewell tour. What the fuck are you talking about? No, that ain't what I said. That ain't what I said at all. Bizzy's back with the thugs. It's gonna be the last time you see Bizzy before the big whatever's gonna happen. So get your motherfucking tickets now. Get your camera phones now. Cause you ain't gonna see niggas together like this again. What the fuck am I doing, y'all? I'm putting them asses in them seats. That's what I'm doing. Y'all know it and I know it. And y'all know it's a strong possibility that I just walk the fuck away if shit ain't right. Y'all know that. So it's got them up. So, you know, my motherfuckers is talking, and this is what we want. You know, we want motherfuckers. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Oh, well, if that's the case, well then, shit, these shows should be packed. These shows should be booked because motherfuckers want to see it over and over and over and over and over and over.
Let me stop it right there. I hope it didn't echo. I forgot to take the layup down and also hit the mute button on the second screen. So I apologize in advance if it had an echo. I apologize.
Over and over again. And that's what lets you know to keep on motherfucking doing it. Get it right now. It ain't gonna happen forever. Make sure I'm back. So, you know, if falls in line with the legendary deal that KrayzieBone been talking to me about, with the with the deal that Flesh and Lay and the little homie been talking about 2024. Everything falls in line. Everything falls in place. The only thing is I got to keep my niggas' minds on point and let them know media gonna pop that shit. They used to me throwing water bottles at niggas. They used to me getting into it with the young niggas, the Migos. They used to me with the 12-gauge shotgun and throwing my motherfucking God-given right to have a gun, by the way. You know, in Texas, you allowed to have your straps. So really? they looking at me like, oh shit, it's some shit. Let's get it popping. You know, so that's just how I'm coming. And that's the reaction. So now you doing interviews and motherfuckers is asking you about that Bizzy shit. Nigga, that's what the fuck we want. That's exactly what we want. That is exactly what the fuck we want. That is exactly these motherfuckers coming at us, asking us questions, wondering that is what the fuck we want.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. Because as you can see, BizzyBone pretty much just stated that he is a master at marketing. So that's what he was doing. He was marketing the situation. Okay. And so a day ago, or actually 2 days ago, on 93.5 K-Day radio station, I believe it's out in LA, KrayzieBone was on there, and he addresses BizzyBone, calling out Bone Thugs and Harmony, and talks final Bone Legacy album. So I wanted to play that for you guys as well, because let's just face it, BizzyBone is going to be BizzyBone. He's always been like the Michael Jackson of the group. He's always been the Beyonce. Okay, that's always been the situation. He's always been that. Okay, so there's nothing that's going to change him, and we don't want him to change. We like Cousin Bizzy. We like him exactly how he is, and if he changed, it would be uncivilized. Okay, don't ever let someone tell you to change who you are. Be your crazy, out of pocket, weird, whatever label someone has put on you. Just be yourself. Don't ever change for anyone. And we love Cousin Bizzy because he's being himself all day, every day. Okay. Now, as it pertains to KrayzieBone, you know, KrayzieBone's the one that's the total opposite of BizzyBone. He's always laid back. You know, he's cool, calm, and collected. You can't really read him, you know. And they call him the grandfather of the group. So I'm going to share my screen again. And I'm going to let you hear his rebuttal to what Cousin Bizzy had to say. That's what I call him, Cousin Bizzy, because he always getting into something. But it's good trouble. It's good trouble. And we love every minute of it. I know I do. So let's hear what the grandfather of the group had to say. Let's see here. Let me hit my volume. Oh, let me make sure this time I hit the mute. They're mute on the second video so that it won't echo. And there you go.
On the show, CC and Romeo holding down on the west side, but we got my mans in the building right here.
Excited about it.
KrayzieBone in the spot. What's up with you, bro?
What up, man? All is good. All is good.
Always good. Like, normally the artists come in hot, but we're going to come at you hot right off the bat.
Yes, we are. Because we were talking about you earlier this morning.
We were. CC, you were talking about it on your timeline.
I talked about it. There's a news piece that's been going on social media now. BizzyBone feels a certain way, K-Day Nation, because Bone Thugs is touring, right? And he hasn't been a part of it. So he came out with this song called Bizzy Gets Busy. It's low-key kind of like I would say a little bit like a diss song, you know, I'm not trying to stir the pot here.
Yeah.
But we talked about it, and we have personal experience with this. We've done concerts with you guys. K-Day Nation knows that.
Yeah.
And not all the time they all show up, you know? Yeah, so we said, hey, listen, we're not mad at that. You got to keep touring. You got to give fans what they love. But we want to know, what are your thoughts?
Man, I mean, well, first of all, I think Bizzy say something about us on every album he come on with. You know, I think he do, like for real, like, and but like I heard it, Okay. I heard it, but I heard it because because I didn't even know he was dropping an album. So when I went to the iTunes to check it out, that's actually.
Let me just say this, guys. KrayzieBone be so unbothered. I just love it. He just be so unbothered. He just don't give a damn. But he gonna say what he got to say though. Let's get back into it.
The first one I clicked on. Okay. And it was like, and I heard the line. I was like, and then somebody hit me. Somebody texted me, and I was like, well, Bizzy knows the tour schedule. He's welcome whenever he wants to come join us and start. He can just show up and start rapping. Yeah. We're not going to deny him. You know what I'm saying? All he got to do is show up. Like, his mic is always hot, ready to go. Yeah, right? Always. And he knows that he's always welcome. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know, everything ain't always going to be right in Bone Thugs, but us four, we choose to go through that together as a unit, like we started. That's the only way we going to get through it. Yeah. That's why we still grinding it out right now. You know what I'm saying? So the door is always open for him. He knows that. And I know you guys have had conversations behind the closed doors. Obvious, right? You family. Y'all been through this for years. Man, so. I just had a conversation with, like, we planning something right now. I just had a conversation with Bizzy like 4 days ago. And he never mentioned this track or nothing. No. And then, you know, just like a day ago, like maybe 2 days ago, about, you know, because Layzie and Flesh mom just passed away.
I saw that on social media.
So yeah, you know, we was talking about that. You know what I'm saying? And we was talking about this whole little plan we got. You know what I'm saying? That we about to, you know, that we plotting on. So it all, like, when I heard the song, I was like, dude, like,
you're like, what happened? We just had a conversation.
You got the tour schedule, right? You got the schedule. Come join us.
Show up, get your bag, do your thing.
Yeah, anytime you want to. It's there.
So I think it's happened enough that you guys have been through this enough where y'all don't even bother clapping back. When y'all hear it, you just hear it and keep pushing, right? Is it safe to say that? Yeah, man. You know, at this point, man, we brothers. Like, I mean, to keep it honest, everything he said on this record, he said to us. Okay. And everything we say, we may say something in our songs about him, but we said it to him too. It ain't like we ain't hiding nothing. We all know how we feel. Like, so, like, when we hear that stuff, we be like, all right, man, but all right, it's time to get over that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let's move on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I think the bigger picture is that no matter what, you guys are family, and it's always going to be family no matter what. Yeah,
definitely. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes family go through things where they ain't speaking for a while, or they ain't moving like that for a while.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I want to talk about something really quick because we talked about this yesterday. So listen, Bone Thugs and Harmony stays, you know, with us all the time on the morning show. So we talked about versus battles, and we were talking about like the best versus battles, and I had to go ahead and ride with Bone Thugs at 3-6 Mafia, and I was like, that was probably one of the most lit verses I have ever watched.
Man, the energy was just crazy, man. Like,
it really was.
And y'all came with some real energy.
Yeah, it was, man, because we had been waiting so long to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, being Paul, you know, that's something we was working on back when, like, months, like, year ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there. And if you guys want to continue to see this interview, you can chime in to K-Day 93.5 and check out the rest of the interview. Because I pretty much already said what I feel on the versus battle. It was uneven. It was uneven. They're not the same type of rap group. They're both great in their own right. But in my opinion, and since this is a Bone Thugs and Harmony channel, I will always say Bone is greater. They are trendsetters. It's just something about them that makes them stand out more. And 30 years later, they're still the talk of the town. I don't hear people talking about 3-6 Mafia that much. They only talked about them during that versus battle, and then it died down. But Bone is always on somebody's mouth. Somebody's always stealing their style. Somebody's always coming for them, trying to take their little throne, So it's always something with Bone Thugs. They're always in the news. So, of course, on this channel, they will always be celebrated. Okay? So that's my Bone news for right now. But I want to get into, for my second story here, this is a special interest piece. Okay? And I would like to urge that if there are any children which I don't know why there would be any children watching this video, because anything can just fly out of my mouth. But if there are any children present at this time, parents, adults, overseers, please turn them away from the TV, the screen, the computer, the laptop, the tablet, the phone, whatever you're watching it on, because I'm about to show something that is a little bit disturbing. And this is for educational purposes and for awareness purposes. Okay. I saw this trending yesterday all over social media. Every website that I went to, it was being talked about. And every website and on Instagram said to share the media. So that is what I'm about to do, because I too think this story is very important and the word should be out on it. So I'm going to share the media. I'm going to do my part to share the media as well. Okay, this is about a young man by the name of Kastillio Demarcus Vaughan. And I warn again, the images I'm about to show are graphic. This is Mr. Vaughan. And the picture in the middle is a picture that was taken of him in July. The images you see on the left and the right are images of him now. And when I first saw this, I was like, wow, what is going on in that prison? Like, what the hell are they doing down? What are they not doing? That's more of the question. What are they not doing there? For someone to deteriorate that quickly in a matter of months. And we don't know if Mr. Vaughan has any underlying issues or anything like that. I don't want to speculate anything. However, I looked up some things online and I referred to whereisthebuzz.com, and his sister had also been posting on Facebook. Okay, she had been posting on Facebook, and her words exactly goes as follows. She says, my brother Kastillio Vaughan, he's currently an inmate placed at Elmore Correctional Facility. I'm coming to you right now based on my brother's health. My brother's health is rapidly declining. As you can see in the photos, he is extremely malnourished. In these particular photos, he cannot walk nor stand. He is weak and vulnerable. Okay. My last visitation with my brother was on July 24th, 2022. He was in good condition. I am not a doctor, but his health seems to be deteriorating. I received 2 pictures of him today saying, get help. I am asking for you to simply share and get these pictures out. I'm just looking at the pictures and I'm trying to read this, and it's very disturbing. Okay. I am asking for you to simply share and get these pictures out. This is violating human rights. I don't see how you cannot get help with individuals with an individual is in the state. Tag all news stations, please, and anybody that can help with the issue. This is urgent, and I'm concerned and scared for my brother's health. Okay, she posted this on Facebook along with the very graphic photos. One of the photos, it appears that his eyes are rolling in the back of his head. That's the picture that I'm kind of looking at right now. Kastillio is serving a 20-year sentence in Elmore Correctional Facility. He had recently came up for parole, but was in June, but was denied. And he won't be eligible for parole again until 2027. Lord willing, if he makes it. I don't know what could have possibly happened from July till now to cause this man to be in this state. But I looked up some sites here on YouTube, and let's see. One in particular that I'm already subscribed to is Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie. He took an in-depth look at this because he always covers footage like this, and he really feels some kind of way about this. And I want you guys to see this, so I'm going to share my screen. But Dr. Ritchie,
like nonviolent drug offenses,
he talks about this in depth, and he has some new updates from the sister as well. So I'm going to share my screen right now and get this information over to you guys. Now, I haven't watched this video in its entirety. However, I've watched enough to know that what's going on is very wrong and very inhumane. Okay, so I'm going to react to his reaction to this, and I'm going to let you hear it in his own words. Okay, let me share my screen again. Let me share my screen again. Chrome. Okay, let me take down and let me mute this. Okay. And unmute that.
condition. Here it is. Look at it. You see that? You see that, right? That's not some prisoner of war. This is a man inside of an Alabama state prison. Here's what he looked like before. Okay? I'm going to give you the background to this insanity. A South Alabama woman is pleading for help after she received photos of her brother showing him in dire medical distress in a state prison. 32-year-old Kastillio Vaughan, looking well enough and healthy in that picture, which was taken July 24th. He's currently an inmate at Elmore Correctional Facility. He began serving a 20-year sentence in 2019 for multiple convictions for burglary and unlawful breaking and entering a vehicle. He was up for parole in June, but was denied. He will be eligible again for parole consideration June of 2027. Now let's go back to these other pictures. This was Vaughan on September 2nd, unable to sit up, obviously malnourished. His eyes almost rolling up into the back of his head. His sister, Cassie, detailed in Facebook Wednesday the horrific decline of her brother's health after receiving 2 photos of him this week with the message, "Get help. Get help." This was Vaughan just 2 days ago. This was September 21st. Do you see this? It's hard to look.
I'll say this. Those pictures had to come from someone either that works there, maybe a prison guard, or maybe one of the people that work in the medical area, or it could have been another inmate. Who knows? But I'm glad that they got the pictures out there, to his family, because they probably wouldn't have even known that this was going on. And then by the time they got back out there to see him, who knows what would have happened, Let's keep going.
Look at, I know. Promise you it's harder for him to go through it. It's harder for the family to know this is happening. Now, I'm highlighting this story because for some reason, this state prison has some kind of control over the local media in Alabama, but they do not control me. Cassie said in her Facebook post, let's do this, put his picture back up. The sister said in her Facebook post, he cannot walk. He cannot stand. He is weak. He is vulnerable. She is begging for a welfare check and medical intervention for her brother. Meanwhile, in updates since the original post, Cassie stated yesterday, Elmore Correctional Facility. Y'all violating so many of my brother's rights as a human. How y'all remove me off my brother's contact info and his visitation list, which means she can no longer visit her brother. Y'all gonna get what's coming to y'all if I don't care if it takes my last breath. I can no longer call and check the status of my brother because they have removed me. See, in order to visit someone inside of that prison, you must be on what's called an approved visitation list. She was on that list until this happened. All of a sudden, she's no longer on the approved visitation list. Local outlet WRBL has been stonewalled. Local outlet WRBL reached out to the Alabama Department of Corrections early Thursday morning to get a comment. We were told to email media relations, which we did. A nameless person responded quickly at 9:31 Thursday morning saying, "We are checking into it." Hours later, we haven't heard anything back. We sent a follow-up email Thursday afternoon. When we pushed to speak with someone in person, we were told to have a blessed day and hung up on. A call back was never answered. WRBL also reached out to the Elmore Correctional Facility after being transferred a few times. The phone then disconnected. WRBL News tried to call again.
That's so sad.
Thursday afternoon, but the phone was never answered. Meanwhile, AL.com received the following. The Alabama Department of Corrections understands there is concern about the welfare of inmate Kastillio Demarcus Vaughan. The ADOC wrote in an email to AL.com, another media outlet. They said, and I quote, "He is assigned to the Elmore Correctional Facility, but is currently housed at Station Medical Observation Unit. ADOC's Office of Health Services has fully investigated his situation from a clinical perspective, and he has been offered all necessary treatment for his condition. Also, he has been in touch with..."
Now, if that were true, that man wouldn't be looking like that. If that were true, he wouldn't be looking malnourished with his eyes rolling in the back of his head. I mean, this is just my opinion, and my opinion does not, I'll just say this. My opinion and my views does not reflect on the people who watch this video. And I'm no way, shape, or form a doctor or anything like that. But you can look at this man and tell that there's something obviously wrong. Okay. So what the hell are they doing with him being there at the medical observation unit? What are they observing? I mean, if they're observing what we're observing by looking at these pictures, clearly something is wrong.
With his family to update them on his situation. That is what they said on record. That is what they said. Now, they did not respond to the local media. They did not provide this information to members of the press that tried to push and get information about this particular story. As of today, the sister posted, "There is no update regarding my brother. His family have still not heard from him. We don't know where he is located or if he has received any type of medical help. We are in the process of getting him a lawyer to fight for his rights as a human. The institution, Elmore Correctional Facility, that he is placed in is not receiving calls from the public or his family."
Now, y'all know Ben Crump finna get all over this. Ben Crump is about to get all over this case.
Have stated they do not want to talk to the Vaughan family. We are asking for medical help, not a release. Now, I'm going to say this. I have a private investigator and an attorney headed to that prison this weekend.
What you say?
Now, these cats are not to be played with. If you decide, I'm talking directly to the prison director, if you decide to play games with them, the public relations and legal nightmare coming to you will be well earned. We need to know that Mr. Vaughan is okay.
Sure do.
We need to know that he is receiving the medical attention he obviously needs.
That's right.
And the family needs to be assured of your efforts to make sure this human being receives a human experience.
And then it leaves so many questions, right? For me, it leaves the door open for so many questions. Like, how many other inmates, okay, how many other inmates have been treated that way? How many other inmates that we don't know about have been treated that way? I mean, them trying to dismiss the situation and duck and dodge is just leaving the door open for people to question other things. So they should probably just go ahead and do the right thing and answer the questions, give the man the medical attention that he needs, give the family information, just do the right thing. Damn.
While being incarcerated. There's a GoFundMe for them to help obtain a lawyer. The GoFundMe, I present that to you right here. This is for Kastillio Vaughan lawyer. Now let me shift gears.
Okay.
Who are the administrators of the Elmore prison? Put them up.
Oh, Lord.
The administrators of Elmore are
not Reese's and
Rolanda
Cece.
Calloway, and Jeffrey Baldwin. They are the administrators. John Ham, the ADOC commissioner.
Shameful God.
Let's expose him. This is John Ham,
happy looking ass.
Alabama Department of Corrections. Even though the public and media have been stonewalled, here's the contact info for Elmore and for the Alabama Department of Correction. Let's put it up.
There you go.
Elmore Correctional Facility, 3520 Marion Spillway Road, Elmore, Alabama, 36025. The phone number, 334-567-1460. Alabama Department of Corrections, 301 South Ripley Street, P.O. Box 301501, Montgomery, Alabama, 36130. You can also call 1-855-WE-ARE-ADOC.
Okay. So there you have it, guys. And that is Dr. Riche, and he is a part of the Young Turks family. You can catch him on YouTube. He goes live quite often. I'm generally in his chat. I'm lucky to catch his lives because sometimes he goes live during the day when I'm at work, but he goes live quite often. Also, I'm glad that the information was put up so that anyone that wants to contribute to Mr. Vaughn's GoFundMe, you have the opportunity to rewind it back or check out Dr. Riche's channel to get that information, or any other social media website. Okay. But yeah, that young man definitely needs some help. Because whatever they doing or claiming that they doing, I don't see it. Okay. And this information is for, this was for informational purposes and for human rights purposes. We were told to share the information, so I did my part in sharing the information. Okay. I did my part in sharing the information, and I'm glad I did, because this is definitely something that the word needs to be out on, because it opens so many other questions. And it doesn't stop there. What about all these other correctional facilities? Because remember, if you have been around since the summer, I did a live one time where I was reporting where during the smoldering summer, they didn't have any air conditioning. And that was a jail here down in Texas. They didn't have any air conditioning. And that's inhumane. So this is not any type of medical information, misinformation, or anything like that, any type of judgment, but it's just hypothetical and leaving the door open for questions. And we just want to make sure that Mr. Vaughan is getting exactly what he needs to sustain his health and strength. Okay. So, on to the conclusion here. On to my conclusion. So, last week, or the last time I made a a video, I shared with you guys Mr. Cleophas. Now, I'm guessing Mr. Cleophas picked up quite a few women. Okay? I'm guessing he picked up quite a few women. But, you know, I promised that I would give you guys a sugar daddy every week. So allow me to introduce to you guys this week's sugar daddy of the week. Okay? This is your sugar daddy of the week.
DJ Dirty Bird.
I would like for you guys to meet Mr. Charlie. Ladies. This is your sugar daddy of the week, Mr. Charlie. Look at that chocolate skin and those leopard draws. Now, Mr. Charlie got a lot of things going on. In this shot, he's showcasing his cool ride. Look at that car door. He got that brand new car door that lifts up. He look like he got a little piece of land. He live in a gated community. Could be a nursing home. I don't know. But Mr. Charlie got a little change, I guess. I guess that check he get every month is doing the damn thing, I guess. But don't blame Mr. Charlie if you don't get what you want out of the deal. So we're going to talk about him in detail a little bit later. But I just wanted to introduce y'all to the sugar daddy of the week. And you can reach Mr. Charlie at 214-555-9101. Holler at him if you see him, ladies. I ain't gonna throw nobody under the bus this week. Last week I threw Lil Wayne fan under the bus. Mistress of Carrollton, girl, you looking? And in conclusion, y'all, I thank you for checking out my little content today. It gives me great pleasure to put out content, because every now and again, you know, we get pulled into the BS, and that can be fun too. You know, I'm not even gonna lie. However, it's not something that I want to make my vocal point of my page. I appreciate all of the new subscribers. Everyone who have subscribed to my page within the last 2 weeks, I thank you. Stay tuned. There'll be a lot more things going on over here. A lot of nice things, exciting things I have in the works. So just stay tuned. And above everything, this is a Bone fans page. I'm always going to cover things going on with Bone Thugs and Harmony. And now that they are back in the news for touring, there's going to be so much information going on. And I'm looking forward to it. So you guys, just stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy the content. Drop in the comment section anything that you guys would like to see moving forward. And in the meantime, check out Mr. Charlie, ladies, again at 214-555-9101. He'll be waiting. You guys have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.